Did he just hit an invisible wall here?
I'm a bird, mother. I'm a bird.
Ubisoft stock is dropping really hard. It's like skydiving. Ubisoft is collapsing. Assassin's Creed Shadow is their final hope as stock prices plummet. I don't think Assassin's Creed Shadow would do what they really desperately need right now. They need a banger of a game.
What's up, space pirates? This is your captain, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster. And now that Ubisoft's stock has plummeted again this week, it is becoming clear that Assassin's Creed Shadows is the most important release in the history of the company.
I've made a huge mistake.
Star Wars Outlaws really sucks.
But that's the sad part. They keep on saying that they did not make the mistake. And they keep on saying, "Oh yeah, we're so good, we're so successful," but I don't know.
No, they are just shooting themselves in the foot repeatedly.
Sunk Ubisoft. It's official. The company has now lost 80% of its value in the past 5 years.
Oh,
Meaning
that's
that
not
if you had
good.
invested, say, $1,000 in the company back in 2019, your investment would be worth less than $200, leaving many investors to ask,
Where's my money?
a major investment.
Yup.
I'm actually thinking of maybe investing into Ubisoft stock right after Assassin's Creed drops and it crashes a little more, and just wait until someone buys out the company and rebuilds it. The stock goes up. Even if Ubisoft collapses, someone will buy the name.
Quick, someone buy the rights to Rayman and Prince of Persia before it's too late.
Investment firm just penned an open letter asking Ubisoft management to be replaced. The walls are closing in on these bozos who seem bound and determined to embrace controversy with every game's release. This has caused their two major releases this year, Skull and Bones and now Star Wars Outlaws, to flop. And now the pressure is on for Assassin's Creed Shadows to succeed.
By the way, they already showed that even with the only Japanese representation, they copy pasted the movement and how she fights from previous games. Quadra A Company.
But with the controversial historical figure Yasuke as part of the game, this is arguably the most controversial game of the year, and it hasn't even been released yet. Imagine being forced to depend on this stinky turd to save your career and company.
That is one big pile of shit.
What the fuck?
What a predicament!
What the hell was that?
It was perfection. That's what it was.
I wonder if he dances every time.
I think he just did it once.
No matter how often I see that, that's freaking hilarious what he did.
Yeah.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, where I keep a list of woke and DEI infected games pinned to my account for your reference. My handle over there is Dr. Disaster 1. But anyhow, with all the other releases that have been coming out in the past few weeks, we haven't taken much time to discuss Assassin's Creed Shadows lately, but now seems to be the perfect opportunity given the fact that Ubisoft is in dire straits right now. The shares of Ubisoft dropped another 7% yesterday as calls for the company to go private and fire the management team grew louder. Certain analysts
Everyone's like dodging out of the way. Like, whoa.
I don't know why this it reminds me of the beginning of Witcher when he goes into his first town. So the fact that the animation and all of it looks the same as a 10-year-old game.
Kind of failing there, buddy.
That's not good.
Downgraded the stock, meaning that they are no longer advising that people buy it, which is really bad.
Wait, why is it? I'm sorry, it looked like his clothes were like literally just blowing away from the middle. Did anyone see that? Hold on.
No, I didn't see it.
Meaning
Look,
that
look,
they
look,
are
look,
no
this
longer
guy.
advising that people
Guy.
buy it,
See?
which is really bad
You saw that?
Yeah, I saw.
considering that the stock price is so low. Typically, when a company hits a low point like this, you hear optimism from at least some corners of the investment community who think that the stock
What?
will rebound, but I am not hearing that at all right now. The chatter is, instead, everyone pointing out that Ubisoft has lost 80% of its value in 5 years and that the company is at its lowest point since 2014. 2 of the 3 major game releases for this year have not gone well, so it is up to Assassin's Creed Shadows to save the day. And it just doesn't look like they can. The IP isn't as strong as
I'll steal the dog.
Yeah, steal the dog. Right there. Just pick it up and like, mine.
If you can't, honestly, 1 out of 10.
it once was. A few months ago, the Assassin's Creed Magic the Gathering set was released, and
What?
as an avid Magic player,
Okay.
I can tell you that
Why?
it was one of the worst received sets in the game in a long time. The Warhammer set sold really well. Doctor Who and Fallout sold well.
Not surprising.
Heck, the Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings set is basically the best-selling set of all time in Magic the Gathering. But
Not surprising.
boxes and boxes of Assassin's Creed Magic the Gathering set are rotting on the shelves at local game stores because the IP is not as strong as it once was. And to make matters worse, I know someone that runs 9 retail stores which sell video games, and in those 9 stores, there have only been 2 pre-orders
Oh.
for Assassin's Creed Shadows thus far.
Ooh.
I mean, that means it's a success.
Yeah, okay.
According to them, just launching is a success, right? So 2 is just twice as much of a success.
Now, of course, it's fair to point out that this is only anecdotal evidence, but the sales in these stores of Star Wars Outlaws tracked perfectly with the sluggish sales of that game overall. It's still possible that these numbers pick up over the next 8 weeks before Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out, but according to this person that runs these stores, it sounds as though the game is actually tracking well behind Star Wars Outlaws. In any event, I have been banging
So wait, it's coming out in 8 weeks, right? So it's coming out November, same month that Path of Exile is dropping.
November 15th will enter early access.
So a week after Assassin's Creed dropping. What are they like? How I don't understand how by this point Ubisoft wants to justify a game that literally won't be able to stand its own. It's just stupid.
Investors.
this drum for months now, talking about how Ubisoft is in deep trouble, talking about how they reported losses last year of almost €500 million, and this year they needed some major wins with these 3 big titles, and if they didn't get those wins, they were going to have to lay off a lot of people, and maybe even sell off to a larger fish like Microsoft or something. They haven't heeded the warnings of the gamers. Instead of avoiding controversy like a sane company would do, they have completely embraced it, raising prices, releasing unfinished games, telling us to get comfortable now.
What is that?
Games, telling us to get
What?
Okay.
So we kind of just zoom through people's like innards.
Yeah.
comfortable not owning their games and embracing woke shit in their titles. Star Wars Outlaws should have, for example, fixed the main character's face, and Assassin's Creed Shadows should not have made Yasuke one of the main characters.
Oh, this combat is
Even if
bad.
you personally enjoy the idea of Yasuke being in the game, you have to admit this is a controversy that Ubisoft can.
So
Yeah. No, I get it. That's a Japanese weapon, but still, this is stupid.
yeah.
Scarcely afford. I'm sure that a few years ago,
This
when they
looks
made
so-
this decision, they thought they were being brilliant. But a lot has changed since then. The world has pushed back against this sort of social messaging, particularly in video games. This year has been an absolute bloodbath in the industry for titles that embrace that crap, starting with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And I don't think that's going to change. But
How do you look more clunkier in samurai armor than freaking ultramarines in their mecha armor?
Ubisoft requires that Assassin's Creed Shadows is a smash hit, or they
Ooh,
may
that's
cease to
bad.
exist as we know them right now. They are really banking on that modern audience to show up and save the day. But
Alright, last time rewinding.
I'm gonna leave it that modern audience to show up.
No.
Did he just hit an invisible wall here?
Yep.
No way. There's no way.
Show up and save the day. But I'm gonna leave it there. Drop your mockery
Oh my
of
God.
Ubisoft in the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain.
Good video.
Very good video.
Yeah, look, I am not losing anything by not playing this game. There's so many good games that have came out. There's so many games that are coming out. Absolutely not missing anything.